In this video I'm going to cover drawing tangents to two circles, but before I get started with the construction, I want to point out a couple things about these objects. Oh, by the way, after I show you how to do this in AutoCAD, I'll give you a chance for some extra credit if you want to hang around through the video. So anyway, I want to point out a couple of things about these objects that you see in here. I want you to recognize tangencies when you see them, okay? Obviously this is a line and this is a line, and this is an arc and this is an arc, okay? Between these four entities are tangent points, and you can recognize these because if I click on the line and the arc, you can tell where the line begins and the arc, where the line ends and the arc begins, but there's no jagged edge here, okay? It's a smooth transition from line to arc, okay? So that's a tangent point. If the line were connected to any other place than the tangent, you would see it like a jagged edge there, okay? And that's something you need to recognize when you're looking at drawings, okay? And all four tangent points on this drawing is a smooth transition. And then you see this same thing can happen from arc to arc, okay? So there are four arcs here, and they are tangent to one another, okay? There's a smooth transition from arc to arc, and if you think about how an arc is constructed, an arc is actually just part of a circle, okay? So you can think of these as four circles that intersect, you know, like this circle, the circle that created this arc and the circle that created that arc would be two circles that intersect at one point, which is that point right there, okay? And since they intersect at one point, that's a tangent point. Okay, so just want you to recognize tangencies when you see them. So now I'm going to show you how to create this object in AutoCAD, and it's very simple. So what I want to do is just enter the line command, so L, enter, and I want to, tangent is something that is easier done with a one-time override in AutoCAD. So I'm just going to type in TAN, enter. So I'll click on this circle, and now I want to do it again, TAN, enter, and now it creates the tangent line. And I'll do the same thing for the bottom, so L, enter, TAN, enter, and it doesn't matter which direction I go. I can start here and go from right to left if I want, TAN, enter. And here you see almost the same object. We just need to trim in between the two lines. So I could do TR, enter, enter, and just click the circle here and the circle here, and that trims it at the tangent points, okay? Or this is basically the same thing. Let me slow down the TR, enter, enter, just in case you missed this on a previous video. TR, enter. When I do it one time, I see select all in brackets. So if I press enter again, hence the TR, enter, enter, it selects all edges as cutting plane edges, okay, or cutting edges. So that's what allows me to just click here and here, and the part that I want to go away goes away. I could do it a different way, TR, enter, and select my own cutting edges instead of selecting all edges. So I could TR, enter, click the line here, then the line here, and then enter, and then click the circle here and the circle here. It's a little bit slower method, but just wanted to slow down a little bit and show you what the TR, enter, enter was all about. So you'll need to experiment with that. Okay, for those of you that want some extra credit, this is a grade replacement, and the way this is going to work, if you follow the remainder of this video exactly, then you'll get 100, and the 100 will replace your lowest grade that you've had so far this semester, whether it be a 0 or a 20 or what have you, okay? But you have to do it exactly, so follow these steps, all right? So I'm going to switch to my construction layer, and we have to for this geometric construction to work, we have to locate two common points on each circle. In other words, the exact same point on each circle, and AutoCAD makes this easy because we have a quadrant snap, okay, which will locate the top and the bottom of the circle for us. So let me turn on my quadrant snap, and I will just create a line from the quadrant to the quadrant. Now don't get confused. I am not creating, these are not tangent. Okay, it may look similar to what's done up here, but it's not. These are, you can see that this line actually passes through the circle. Remember, tangent lines only intersect at one point. I'm drawing from quadrant to quadrant just to show you the geometric construction of how you create the tangent. Okay, so I've located the top and the bottom of each circle and connected those with a line. Now I'm going to use something that we've used before, which is a fillet with a radius of 0. F enter, R enter, 0 enter, and I'll click on this line and this line. Okay, and where those lines intersect, this is a point of dilation. Okay, from here I want to draw a line from the end point to the center of the circle. Okay, now I want to draw a circle with a center point at the midpoint of this line. So I'll C, enter, and I don't have my midpoint object snap turned on because it's not lining up and I'm near the middle of the line. So let me type MID, enter. Just a one-time override is all I need. So I'll click when I see the midpoint snap, which is a triangular glyph. So I'll left click, and then I'll just come down here and click on the end of this line. Okay, and what we've done here, this circle intersects this other circle. Okay, so from this intersection, I want to left click, create another line, and come back over here to this endpoint. And once I see the endpoint snap, I'll left click, and now I want to introduce a new command that's called extend. So EX, enter, and I want to extend this line I just created. This is going to be my tangent line. So I'll back up again. I hit escape. EX, enter. I want to extend that line to this circle. So I'm going to click on this circle and then enter, and then click on this line. And you can see that it extended this line to this circle. Okay. Now that I've done that, let me trim this part of this line. Okay, so TR, enter, enter, and I'll click on this line. All I want to leave here is the tangent. Alright, so I'm going to change that to my visible layer. Alright, and then I'll do it again for the bottom. Okay, so L, enter. Let me zoom in to this intersection point down here. By the way, sometimes the intersection looks like it's going to snap somewhere that it's not. Okay, sometimes when you zoom in, it needs to regenerate. So let me hit escape because the X was not near my intersection, and let me type RE and then enter, and you can see that it regenerates the drawing. And now when I do L and look for my intersection, now it's in the right point. Okay, so I'm going to go from that intersection back to the end over here, and then again I want to extend that line to this circle. So EX, enter. Then I want to click on this circle and then enter, and then make sure that you extend the correct line here. Okay, and now that line is extended, and now I want to trim. So TR, enter, enter, trim that line, and then this line needs to be switched to my visible layer. Just to show you that this is, oh, let me trim the circles just like we did up top. So TR, enter, enter. Nope, I'm sorry, escape. TR, enter. I want to click on this visible line that we created, and then this visible line. You may need to zoom in, and then enter. And now I will click on the arcs, the circles, to make those go away. Make sure you do the trim operation just like I showed you here. Just to show you this is the same as what AutoCAD does, I'm going to click on this line. The length of this line is 13.7712. The length of this line is 13.7712. So it's the same length line placed in the exact same spot. So for your submission, you need to have this circle and these three lines along with the two arcs and the 2 tangent lines. If you get all that correct, you will get 100, and it will replace your lowest grade that you've made so far this semester. You do not need to worry about a title block or anything like that. Okay.